In 2017, I started this brand right here, 𝘬𝘯𝘬𝘀𝐂𝐎𝐿.
Okay.
I actually put the website on pause because one of the most popular shirt we have is like a shirt that says pinstripe and it says FU on it. If I want to be an owner of a brand, everyone has a clothing brand. What will make me different? And I think like the message of like, hey, you should do a run across America. It's not like it's from my own like selfish need or whatever. It's just like, I don't know, it's like a calling. I don't know if you ever like felt like I need to do something. Funny as it is, it's also called a 𝘬𝘯𝘬𝘀𝐿 podcast. It wasn't like meant to be a podcast. You know, we do content for people, and then they wanted to get some talking head clip. And I was like, oh, let me just like throw a mock podcast together and we'll get the clips out of it, blah, blah, blah. Now it's becoming a podcast. I have people want to pay to get on, so like one pay like 10K. I mean, the video is bringing the money right now. We just come up with the website and funnels and like the other department. Like even if you're late, it's better than like nothing. And a lot of people I notice in the business side, a lot of people like they show a big like picture and then they're not the one to build it.
What's up, everybody? Simon here on the Ideal Hour. I have a very special guest on the podcast today. This individual not only ran across the country, literally across the entire United States. He's ex-military. He has some of the best video editing skills I've seen. He was also here before this podcast studio was built. He saw it being built, and now he's a guest on the podcast, Zoon Nguyen. And I'm excited to have you on the podcast. What's up, my man?
Hey, man, thank you so much for having me. And thank you for, you invited me, a couple months ago, and everything here was in a box. And I was like, whoa,
Did you think I was ever going to finish this thing or what?
No, from seeing you, I know you would.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you committed to this like 2-story, like, beautiful office space and like studio, and like you kind of went all in. So I'm like,
it's gonna happen.
Yeah. But thank you for having me on here, and such an honor, because this is actually the first real podcast I've been on since I came back
from the run across America.
Yeah, I came back like what, 2.5 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So, dude, are your legs okay or what?
It's okay. Yeah, I drove back. I had to drive back. My cousin drove the RV, and shout out to my cousin for sticking through the whole run. It was pretty tough.
What's your cousin's name? We're gonna give him a good shout out.
Oh, Jay Samen.
Jay, all right, Jay.
Yeah. He's Vietnamese and Egyptian. He looks pretty cool.
You know what? I have some stories with the Vietnamese, but I want to ask you, if Jay comes on here and I invite him one day, is he gonna have good things to say about you running?
Yes.
Okay.
he's like, oh my God, you're crazy. How you even do that?
Bro, I was gonna tell you, when you told me you're running across you came here when we first met. We were introduced to each other by Mike, and who also has a podcast. Shout out to him. But when we first met, you had so many crazy ideas, so many ideas in business, so many things happening. And I saw your video edits. You were working with Wes Watson. You still, I think, work with him. This is
we got to shoot his Bugatti video coming up. I think in like 2 weeks, or actually next week. I don't know. We'll see.
He's a big jacked guy that has tattoos and his high level energy.
Yeah.
And then you're like, hey, I'm running across America. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why did you decide to run across America?
So in 2017, I started this brand right here, 𝘬𝘯𝘬𝘬𝘀𝐿. I actually put the website on pause because one of the most popular shirt we have is like a shirt that says pinstripe and it says FU on it.
Okay.
So, but we're running across America for charity, so I have to like take down the website.
You have to take the FU?
Yeah. So, I was like, if I want to be an owner of a brand, everyone has a clothing brand. What will make me different? Yeah. And I think like the message of like, hey, you should do a run across America. It's not like it's from my own like selfish need or whatever. It's just like, I don't know, it's like a calling. I don't know if you ever like felt like I need to do something.
I've had that. There's a lot of things I have that feeling for, but I mean, running across America is a big, I have to do something.
I felt like, I don't know, God was like speaking to me, and he was like, hey, do this. But I've been trying to do it since like 2018, 2019.
Wow.
Like way before, but nothing ever fell through because I never like had any budget to do it.
Okay.
And now like in January we did some good money, and then February we did some good money. I was like, and it was like the last week of February, and I was like, oh, I could really do this. So I just like YOLO'd it. Like we got the RV like partially sponsor on the Wrapped.
Okay.
My cousin got us the RV. I didn't even see the RV until the day we're running across.
Because it was so last minute.
It was last minute. Yeah, everything was last minute. Like, but like that, you know, January, February, like I was, you know, like vibrating so high because I was just getting wins after wins after wins, and I was just like, oh yeah, I could do anything, you know.
So
and then,
crazy.
Like literally March 1st, and shout out to Coach Paul for coming through. He's one of the best fitness coach in this space, and he actually does it. He comes out and help his clients.
Okay.
So he ran across California with me.
He did. Yeah. Okay. All right.
He's not even a runner. He's like a bodybuilder.
And he just
YOLO'd it with me.
just YOLO.
Yeah.
Like how many miles? First of all, how many miles is across California, and then how many miles, obviously, across the country in running? It might be a little different.
283 for California, and then 2911. That's how many miles I ran
across the country. So
Yeah.
2,911 miles you
Yeah.
ran in a span of
about 5 months.
5 months.
Yeah.
Wow, what a trip.
But I'm not even a runner, so
Yeah.
I tied the mission up with Feeding America, and they
Okay.
showed me a lot of love. It was pretty cool, and you know we donated like 200,000 meals.
Wow.
And you know a lot of crazy stuff. Like the stuff on this trip, like I don't think a normal person could survive like one day of my day on this trip.
Yeah.
Because like yes, I did make a lot of money in February, but you know like I also had like a payment processor that like tied up like 40,000 of my money that.
Because of the volume, or what?
Yeah, it was like too new of an account, and I processed too much.
They do that
through
all the time.
Yeah, but that
It's
money
the worst. By the way, for business advice out there, and I've had many companies, guys, if you're getting a payment processor while we're on it, you got to have a backup, maybe 2 or 3 in the beginning stages.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But yeah, like that was supposed to be the funds to like help pay for the run.
Yeah, and they just tied it up.
Yeah, they tied it up.
So sorry, submit paperwork while you're in the RV.
It's just it's just bad, and you can't really get any help. We try a lot. It was like, oh, you get level 1 support, and then they'll run you through loops.
Yeah, and then they'll hold it. You don't even know. And the sad thing is, like, they don't give a damn if you have to pay your payroll or your meals or anything. I mean,
I cheated. I
crazy.
fucking did. I don't know if I could cuss on this, but I like did some deals while I'm on the run. I'm just like, I'm running, and I'm like, I could send the team out, and we'll get it done for you. It's like $7,000. Can you pay right now, please?
Did you Bluetooth while you were running?
Yeah, I had to do all kinds of magic, you know. But like literally, I think the first day we ran like 17 miles. The original goal was 20 miles a day. I'll get there in like September, October,
That's crazy.
kind of, you know what I'm talking about. And then I was like, first day I was like, dang, we only did like 15, 17 miles. I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna be harder than what it is, you know?
You know, that's what I wanted to ask about is, first of all, where did you start running from? San Francisco, or did you start
Santa Monica?
Santa Monica, beautiful area. Yeah. Well, used to be. I don't know how it is now, but people say
it's bad.
It's bad, right? People say both ways. I hear people go, yeah, I have a nice place there. And then I see TV and it's...
No, I mean, I got to see the whole, like, coming into LA and stuff. Literally, it's like a pile of poop every 10 feet, like a fresh one.
Bro, California is... I hope it recovers, but it's at the worst I've ever seen it. I mean, that's a different topic. But you started in Santa Monica, and then you ran to where? What was the destination?
Central Park, New York. The last 5 miles, my friend, Luke, the wake maker, he got us a police escort, NYPD. For 5 miles. Yeah, they like escorted us from Holcomb Park to Central Park, Bethesda Turns. The beautiful statue, the beautiful water fountain when we finish.
Dude, it's incredible. Let me ask the first 17 miles.
Yeah.
There's times where I like go running and I'm the worst at running. Okay. Like if you try to take me across America, I'd be driving the RV.
Yeah.
But let me, I go running and then my legs get out and it becomes like this really weird mental thing where you're like, I don't know if I could do this.
Yeah. Running, it's all mental.
Is it? Yeah.
Like my body gave up on me in Kansas.
Okay, in Kansas but in that first 17 miles, you mentioned earlier that you were like, I don't know if I could do this.
Yeah.
What happened with that?
Like when we finished, I was like, man, this is hard. I'm not even a runner, you know? So, but I was like, what if I show them like, I'm not even a runner. If I could do it, they could do it, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'm not athletic by trait, you know? Like, or so, you know, just like media crew, whatever. So, but yeah. That day, and then the next day, I was like, oh, it can't get any harder. me and Coach Paul, when we're trying to wake up the next day, it's really hard to wake up. Yeah, yeah.
You're stiff.
And then I think it rained the second day. I'm like, oh wow, this just made it worse. So
you're like, this is harder, and then it rains.
Yeah, I was like, in my mind, like all the other video I see people run across America, it's very beautiful. I'm like, oh,
It's the editing.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, this is like stuff that's like raw and gritty. Yeah, so I gotta tell you the funniest story. We're running halfway through. I'm like, oh, we're so tired. We're all wet. And then we ran by a laundromat. I was like, oh, what if we just take off our clothes and put it in the dryer and go get some food?
That's funny.
And I was like, it worked.
Yeah, it did? You felt great after?
I felt great. I was like, we got warm clothes, we got food.
How many times did you have to stop for food? Or like, what was the...
Like when we were in the city, it's just like more like, I would say like, like your typical 3 meals a day or whatever.
Yeah.
But when we're in like the countryside and wilderness and stuff, it's just like meal prep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you kind of meal prepped it because some areas are like remote.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, if you just leave California for a little bit and then outside of New York for a little bit, it's like
nothing.
You just see cornfields left and right.
Crazy.
Yeah. The crop circle thing. I don't know what it is, but it's like how they plant the trees.
Who's part of your team that went? It was you, and was it just...
It was just my cousin.
Just your cousin?
Yeah. I mean, I was supposed to have more people go, but that money that Stripe held up was supposed to pay for those people.
By the way, Stripe, F you, Stripe.
Yeah.
I've had the same experience he's had. You guys are horrible. Yeah, it held like 150 grand at one point.
I said, now I don't feel bad anymore.
Yeah. And it was like, and I'm like, but you have payroll. You still have to make ends meet and so forth. They're the worst. And they held it for 90 days in my case.
Wow.
Because they were afraid of chargebacks or whatever. Yeah. That's their thing. And it's in the contract. You don't even know you sign it with these.
Well, you don't. And also, like, through going through the process, I read their term more. And it's like,
and you were like,
180 days
myself.
Or forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I know I can make pretty good revenue every month. We'll catch up on that.
Yeah.
That's why, like, when I got home, I got back to work right away.
But you know what? You were lucky.
Yeah.
To an average business owner that's starting out, if all of a sudden 2 months, 3 months into your business, you're testing things out, and then all of a sudden they hold a bulk load of transactions for a month of payments or 2 months of payment or whatever they feel like. Yeah, it's scary, because what if your revenue's not coming in and so forth? You survive, but like that could literally put somebody out of business, man.
Yeah, I mean, it put a lot of stress on me, like, because. Think about it. You're on a run for charity. Yeah. You're doing it for like the greater good of humanity, and then like you're getting screwed.
Your money's being held up.
Yeah, I was like,
by the mob, by the
mafia.
Payment processing mafia is what they are.
It is what it is,
That's why people created Bitcoin. Yeah, nobody holding that.
I know, like on that run, I'm like, oh, now I understand why people want Bitcoin and fast transaction.
Yeah, you just get it. You don't. That's it. No one's risk management or whatever. Yeah. So you're halfway into this. So let's say you're running in Santa Monica, dodging feces and needles or whatever.
Oh, I did see a lot of needles. Yeah.
You did. And is it worse than San Francisco? Or
once we get into the LA area, it's pretty bad. Yeah. I mean, it's equivalent.
It's just bigger. I feel like you could avoid it.
It's just bigger. And I literally had to throw away like a pair of shoes because like one of my good pair of running shoes. Yeah. Because we're running uphill, and there's poop. Yeah. Like it's like getting rain on it, and it's like washing down.
Holy crap! So you were running down a river of poop.
Or So I gotta I just threw that pair of shoes away.
Yeah. I was watching this.
I was like, oh man, I got like payment problem. Yeah. That's like my only good pair of running shoes.
Shoe problem, poop problem.
I'm like, how does it? Oh man, and then. But Coach Paul, like I give props to him because he stuck to his words. Yeah. He could have just not go. Yeah.
He was like, "No, we're doing this."
He was like, "Oh, we're doing this."
Poo or not.
Yeah. No. He's a serious and very good human being that holds his word. Because a lot of people wouldn't do it. A lot of people on this trip, a lot of people tell me like they would come and like run and never so. Yeah. And they keep telling me like, "Oh, I'm gonna come this day." I was like, "Where you at?"
I see. So you've had like quite a lot of friends that you were like, you'll run with me this little stretch, and they're like, yeah, we'll support you.
We'll support. And I'm like,
when the time comes, they're on their couch. They're like, I don't know if I would have run 15 miles today.
Well, I mean, I did 15, 17, made it to 20, where I'm hanging out 20 every day.
Okay.
For a little bit, and then I got 25, got to 30.
Okay.
So like
that was the biggest stretch you did in one run was 30 miles.
58.
58 in
no,
one
the
run.
last day.
The last day.
Yeah,
Jesus
58.
Christ.
Yeah, I have on my Apple Health. You know, you can't cheat Apple Health. You could cheat Strava.
No, I don't doubt that you did it. Are you crazy enough to?
Yeah.
But let me. Did your body just develop the stamina to run that extra 20, 30 miles, or was it like you're like, I don't want to do this the next day again?
With that too, like the first half of the run was just like my body was able to recover the next day. But the last half, like, it wasn't. I just, like, kept on pushing. I was just like, oh, they're just, like, let me move my legs. I'm just going to move my legs, you know?
Yeah.
And we'll make it happen. Because a lot of the time, I'm like, so, you know, like, we had to literally, like, ration, like, food and gas for this trip.
Yeah.
So, like, usually they someone who runs across America or do something like this, they have, like, a trail car that followed them the whole time.
Yeah.
But we don't have the budget to run the car the whole time.
Yeah, because it's a gas hog.
Yeah, it's a 400, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
so you were like running out there and
you just follow like every like 5-10 miles.
He'll catch up.
Yeah, doing good.
Jesus.
Yeah, but then like a lot of the time, like I was running like you just see nobody, you know?
Yeah, you were by yourself.
Yeah.
Did any cars drive by you and they were like,
oh yeah,
hey, do you need help, bro?
Yeah,
are you mentally there or what?
Plenty. And then a lot of the cops are pretty cool. They gave me a lot of escorts.
Okay.
They're like, oh, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm running across America.
And you told them why or whatever.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, this is a calling. I don't know. It's just like, I guess God put it in my plan or something. So, yeah, it's just
you said something when we started texting each other back when you came back. You said you've met God or you realized God is
there was
you.
like a
tell me about that.
I mean, I kid you not, I didn't make it up. It's crazy, but it was in Kansas. Like Kansas was like everything was like up, and then Kansas hit, and then everything's like oh
my God.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh my God, I gotta do 30 miles a day now, or else we'll run out of money.
Because of the budget.
And like I was not getting as much deals because people book the shoots because yes, my team can do it.
Yeah,
I train them to function without me.
Yeah, but it's not.
But they book it because I will be there.
Yeah.
And they want to be on the podcast that I host.
Yeah.
We got like a couple clips for our clients that hit like millions of views organically. Yeah.
And we'll talk about your podcast and what you do for money. Guys, I've seen Zoon's videos, some of the best. I mean, from exotic cars to fitness people, you really do a good job. I feel like there's a guy on Instagram I've seen. He does like these boom. He says boom or something, and then he does these zoom.
Drex.
Yeah, Drex. There you go. Your videos kind of remind me of the same quality as his.
Yeah, he's crazy. It's all in one take.
He does it all in one take.
Yeah.
Wow.
From what it looks like, it's all in one take.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's very popular, I think.
Oh, he is big, yeah. But yeah, like Kansas was like, I don't know, crazy. It's like tornado. I was behind like a tornado.
And the RV was 5 miles behind.
Oh yeah, I mean, the RV, we put it at an RV park.
Yeah.
Usually there's more people go, right?
Yeah.
So they would like trail the RV. It's easy. But my cousin, like, he just like YOLO it too, because like he would drop me off at the marking, and then I run my 15 to 30 miles, whatever, and then he picks it up and then put me back at the RV second.
What did your cousin do during the downtime? Did he sleep?
He made a music.
He made music?
Yeah, he made music. But it's not really much downtime because like you're pulling up over here.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, we're gonna get the RV park booked for next. Like
you're planning.
Like he's planning the routes. Yeah. He's like doing a lot of behind the scene work. I was shocked that there was so much behind the scene work.
Yeah. To prep for the next
next
marker.
day, and then he's like, "Oh," I was like, "Hey, can you help me with this invoice?" Well, a lot of like other stuff.
So, are you guys business partners in some sense, or is he?
Oh, we're like family.
Family, okay. He's just a nice guy then.
Yeah, I mean, he could always be my partner.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's just family. So
Yeah.
if I make it, I'm gonna.
You're gonna level him up.
Yeah, he's gonna get a lot of what I build. I don't care. Like
he could have left you there and
oh no,
like
he could have
picked up a couple of girls from Kansas that had a crazy old time in the RV. But he was worried
I mean, the
about
RV has my face on it. It's such a cool thing. I don't know, like it has my face doing this with the nunchucks.
Okay,
that was just like a funny picture.
I need to see that. You're gonna have to send that picture.
I got you. Yeah,
we're gonna put it up.
It's like how do you say, like every time we hit an RV park, people think we're like the coolest people because like all the other RVs are white. Mine is like
just funny marketing.
I mean it's just dumb, but like I don't care because I fund the whole thing. You know, like it's like.
But you know what? It's such great marketing to put stuff on your car or RV or your race trailer or whatever.
It's huge.
It's just like, I think it's in some cases better than like Google AdWords locally. You know what I mean? Thousands of people see it on the freeway every time.
Well, when people see it and I'm next to it, they were trying to get my number and they'll ask like what I do and all that stuff. Yeah. Oh, how'd you fund this? I was
like, pointed to the RV or what?
I pointed to the RV. I take their leads, you know, the phone number, whatever. You know, a lot of them can't afford what we do, but you know, some of them will. Yeah, eventually, when they're ready. It's when they're ready.
But it's even great marketing for you, man. Like to run across.
Well, I mean, I didn't even think about that. I was like, hey, God told me to go do this. I'm gonna go do it. Even if like screw me over, I'm gonna do it. But I'm gonna build back real fast. Like the way I see it is like I don't know, it's just like it's part of like your journey. I don't know, it's like a checklist. I can't not do it. I don't know what it is, but I just know I can't not do it, you know? And there was some times I would like it would suck. Like it would, but so like every time someone call me or like check up on me how we're doing and stuff, the first question they always ask is like, "Oh, have you thought about giving up?" And I'm like, I haven't even thought about that.
Really?
Yeah, the whole time.
The whole time.
Yeah, I never
thought it was harder than you expected in the beginning.
But I never thought about giving up.
Yeah, I love that.
That's the first thing everybody asks me. And I'm just like pissed. I'm like, oh my God. Like
you mother.
Yeah, like are you like, you're not even running?
It's like they're always, you know what? But that speaks to people within themselves. Like if like, do you quit? You know, like, do you quit? And a lot of people give up on everything they do, their dreams, like, people always say, oh, I'm going to start the gym. I'm doing 2 weeks or like a New Year's resolution. I always thought that was kind of BS because you shouldn't have a New Year's resolution to keep your body in shape. It should be what part of you, right?
Yeah.
So people that go, I'm going to start working out January 1st, I always know that by like January 21st, they're probably not going to be doing what they're doing. And it's very similar mindset of like people that call you, go, are you quitting or are you giving up? That's not what it's about. It's like,
I mean, those are good people. They pay every month. I like that. So I have a lower ticket item that's coming out. So I like those people.
You like those people?
They pay and don't play. It's even less work, right?
Let's talk about, we're going to get off this whole run across America soon, but it's just so interesting. Yeah. When you finally got to New York and you have this police escort for the last 5 miles.
Yeah.
Describe that feeling.
Oh, it was like, I felt like I was in a movie.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, we're releasing like a badass video coming out soon.
Okay.
Like my friend, they're trying to put it like a short film. They're trying to make a Nike commercial for me, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And then this brand is gonna mean a lot more than just the FU shirt that everybody likes.
So what is? Let's talk about the brand, New Legacy. What is it all about? Is it like you mentioned clothing?
Yeah.
And
but it's a clothing brand.
Yeah.
But it's not a. I don't want it to be a clothing. I want it just to be like an inspirational brand.
Like a lifestyle.
Yeah, like inspirational. Like, hey, it's like a new money kind of brand. Like,
okay,
if that makes sense, because it's new legacy. It's not old legacy. It's like
you're creating a new legacy, so to speak. With what
I'm inspired by like ASRV.
Okay,
but it's like I'm talking about like their owner might have not run across America. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but. I
don't think many people have run.
No, it's like a very small number of people. I don't even know
if David Goggins, who puts out these.
No,
videos,
he did. He
did run across.
Yeah. He did. And he did a good time, like too. And I was like, damn, I wish I was faster like him.
What was his time? Do you know?
He did like I think 2.5 months or something.
Oh wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, he's like,
You have to.
I was like, damn, you know.
You know, if I would have done it, I would have still been running like 2 years later, bro.
No, but like just be able to say I could do a marathon a day. It's like,
it's insane.
and I see all the ads of people like, oh yeah, I'm gonna train for my first marathon.
Yeah.
I've been training for 8 months. I'm like, anybody could do a marathon anytime.
Yeah. It's all mental.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, did you get injured on this run at all? Like,
No.
Your knee didn't go out?
Oh,
I mean, your shoes got dookie on them, but aside from that,
no, my feet swelled up like crazy.
Yeah.
So if you go back in the pictures, you can see like I cut the left and right side of my shoes.
Ow.
Even if they're brand new shoes.
You sliced them like Michael Jordan did in the finals games or the semifinals.
Yeah, but he's a lot
Dude,
faster than me.
Those shoes might be worth millions. Do you still have them?
I have them, yeah.
Okay.
It's one of the, oh my God, it's like.
You know, I had a guest on the podcast that has that pair of shoes from the Jordan finals or semifinals. I forgot which one it was, but he injured his toe, so he had to cut his shoe so his toe dangles out while he's playing. And back then, if you brought one pair of shoes with you, that was it for the game. Same with the jersey.
Yeah.
They weren't like Stephen Curry. You have like 10 shirts or 10 jerseys and 10 pairs of shoes with you in case you need to switch them. So that shoe, I think, went for like $1 million in sales in a sell, and he has it. So you have the shoe.
I'm not selling mine yet.
Yeah,
I'm going to frame it.
Yeah, put it in a nice
shadow
glass
box,
case. My God, you going to sign it?
Yeah, I mean, it's like when you look at it, oh, actually, it might be in the car. I'll show you later.
You might have that shoe in the car?
Yeah, I'll show you later. When you look at the bottom, it's so worn out. It's like you could feel the pain.
Do you have the alarm on in your car? Because that's worth money, man.
Yeah, I got so
don't worry, we have a lot of cameras here, as you saw.
I'm still in the moving process. So I live in the RV. It's like, so when I left, my lease ended. I just took the RV and bounced.
Are you living in an RV right now?
No.
Okay.
I move out.
Okay.
2 days ago.
You mean you didn't want to pay rent?
Yeah, I didn't want to pay rent while I was
which
gone.
Makes sense. And you're like, screw it, I'm 5 months out. Why would I pay $5,000 a month to somebody?
Exactly. And like literally before I went on the run, I was just working really hard, and I was home like maybe 2-3 days out of the month.
Oh wow. Okay.
So like my apartment just became like a closet. I don't know.
Yeah, empty storage.
And I stay at Airbnb for a lot the whole time.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
But I was like, I'll just put my stuff at my parents or whatever, and then I'll be in Canada in like less than 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
I'll be in Nashville. I'll be in Miami pretty soon.
For filming videos and stuff.
Yeah. Branding, marketing, video.
Yeah.
I have a crazy strategy. I'll tell you after. But if I tell you,
you could tell me. Oh,
no, people are gonna steal it.
Don't be stealing Zoon stuff. Guys.
Everyone's copying me in the market right now. Literally, like the video we make for showcasing like a lifestyle. It's called the Halo, right?
Oh, yep.
I came up with the idea because it's called a halo effect in psychology. So if you watch a video and you see someone doing something well, like in one department or so, or 2 or 3, you're gonna assume everything else is well. But that's called the halo effect. Okay. It's like the glorified. But we do those ads for like our clients and stuff, and it does real well. But like now everyone is copying that strategy. Because I have like a little strategy to do.
Don't release it all, bro.
Yeah, I will.
I mean, it's a form of flattery, but I honestly think when you have the secret sauce, you're gonna have the sauce. You know what I mean? Like people are gonna.
Even if I tell them, or like my team, we put the course together. Yeah. You know, I have some of the best people, working for me and working with me, partner with. Yeah. Even if they tell you everything or somebody everything, it's not the secret sauce. Is the hard work. Yeah. Like, it's not like.
It's not the plan. It's the put the feet on the ground kind of.
Yes. So like I learned this on the run across America. There's no shortcut. Yeah. It's the same distance. Yeah. It's just how fast you can do it. Yeah.
Or how dedicated or how consistent. I would add that. Yeah. Like I mean, I'm sure people have these, and I get it all the time. I get business pitches and this and that. These miraculous ideas, but not everyone will see it through, right? Like earlier today, we talked about the studio, and you said you thought I would complete this, right? Yeah. Oftentimes people just give up. Because
oh my God, I don't know what's going. You're right. I don't know what's going on in the market right now, but like everyone's dropping like flies.
Tell me, like, what business are you seeing that in? Is it these because you deal with a lot of influencers, you deal with a lot of fitness people I've seen based on your videos. You've dealt with businesses as well, small businesses. What are you seeing in the market? Because stock market did dip a bit, but it was so high and so forth. What are you seeing? What's happening?
What I'm seeing is during COVID, there was a lot of loans and money giving out. Credit was easy, blah, 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 blah. Everyone's happy, and then they spend a lot, and then now it's just catching up. Yeah. And the bills are due.
And there's no more PPP loans.
There's nothing like, I'll say that whole situation kind of screwed everyone over.
Yeah,
but
it's a false sense of income.
Yes, and then now the bills are due. But the thing is, like, if you have a solid business and you actually solve problems, regardless of the recession or not, you will do well.
Yeah. And if you're committed to it. In business, I've always found it to be, it's really easy to make money. Yeah. But it's really hard to keep money. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, because you want to buy stuff, you want to spend, you want to go here, you want to go there, and you expense it. Yeah. And your employees, listen, we live in the Bay Area where employees are used to like French toast and fluffy eggs in their office environments, like at Google or Intuit or any of these companies. And then you get employees, from a small business perspective, you feel like you have to offer them something to keep them. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know, like, even like, how do you say it? People, like normal people, they want to take first before they give, and they don't give a lot. Especially out here, man. Yeah. And the entrepreneur, or like the real business people, they give before they ask, but they ask for a lot, So it's so, but it works better that way, But it's so interesting. It's also like, depends what industry you're in, right? Like, some employees I put in like this DMV category where they just want to punch in at 5 o'clock. They're out and they don't want door shut. I'm not helping, not doing it. I'm not lifting an extra piece of paper, because they get paid anyway and they're secure somewhat in their environment. And then like in fitness, what I noticed, there's like Rogue Fitness. This company exploded, but they would hire people that are fitness buffs, just like the owner and just like what they're building. Yeah. And those people are like, no, let's get it done. We're going to knock out 10 more today. You know what I mean? Like 10 more burpees, 10 more push-ups. This is that. It's like they're successful because of it, because those people are given 10 times the effort.
Yeah. Like, how do you say, like, when my friends are like, oh my God, check out this guy. He's so motivational and blah, blah. I'm like, bro, I ran across America. Yeah. I'm not even a runner.
Dude ain't running.
Like, how do you say it? Like, once I finish that, I just see like, oh my God, it's a different level of like seeing the world. And I'm like, wow, are these other people even competing, or like they're just showing up,
The sky's the limit for you because you broke such a mental barrier that a lot of people can't. Yeah.
It's just like, it's like crazy. But there was a lot of hard times. Like Missouri was hard. Missouri's hard. So Kansas was flat, a lot of storm, thunder. I've never like been in such like a thunderstorm before, and it was like back to back to back, and I get scared because the thunder is like crazy. I don't know how to explain it to you, but like we're in the Bay, it's building everywhere. Now imagine like no building, grass flat, like you're on the road, barely anybody there, and like you look up like bam. Oh, whoa.
People are like, there's an Asian guy running here. What's happening?
No, it's good. I got the American flag behind me. Once I put that on, I got more support.
You were accepted.
But a lot of people are pretty cool. They like pull over, and then like they know I will be in like the city. I mean, not city, but like, I'll be like ahead like 20, 30 miles next day, and they come out and say hi and stuff.
Oh, really? So they were very supportive.
Yeah. I mean, we're in the Bay, we're in the city, and New York. People are just rude to each other, but in the countryside, in the middle,
they're super nice, wholesome people, man.
Yeah, because like you don't see a house until like in half a mile. Or
something. They have their land. They're like wholesome, traditional American values.
Yeah, it's still preached there, and people very good. Like I got the best steak I've ever had.
Oh, really?
It's a Longhorn, and I was like on his property. Just taking a break. He just came out and gave me some Longhorn steak. Yeah, it's better than Wagyu. I don't know. He has a big farm.
Really?
Yeah. So there's I saw a lot of America. And
did you do a Longhorn intro video? Pause and said, "Hey, let me show these cows off at their max potential."
I took so many pictures. There's like a lot of Longhorn, and it looks so cool. Like usually you see beef as like no horn, but like the horn is like a way they cool themselves because it's really strenuous out there. I was like, I almost die a couple times. I think 7 times I almost die.
Why?
Back to the thing where I told you like I met God or whatever. Like,
did you have a heart monitor or no?
No.
So you went the Apple Watch or whatever. Did they monitor your?
No, I have my phone. I didn't even find the Apple Watch until like we finished, and it was under the bed.
Wow, so you didn't even put it on.
No, I just YOLO'd it.
So you YOLO'd it with your phone in your pocket.
Yeah. I put it right here. I mean, I got smart later down. Before it was in the pocket. It was just bouncing everywhere.
Yeah.
Later I got hydration pack. I put it right here, and I make sure. I almost finished like a whole thing.
You didn't have your hydration pack before you.
No. I was like, oh, if I could run 5 miles, like get like water every 5 mile, I won't have to worry about the, carrying of water. Just slow me down, whatever. But then later I had in the hotter state, like humid and hot state.
Yeah, was it super hot across country?
Yeah.
Like, what was the hottest temperature you ran in?
Probably like 100 plus, something like that. But it's consecutive and it's humid.
Dude,
humid.
how do you cool your body down in that?
Oh, I got my hat, a towel. I put water there, boop, and then I just spray water on myself like every so often
or whatever.
Yeah, it has to be everywhere. My shirt was wet the whole time. Like I'm sweating like crazy.
Yeah.
And like that container of like grocery like salt.
Yeah.
I almost finished it on this run.
Oh wow.
So like I actually didn't even get a cramp the whole time because I was just taking salt in. I was like, oh.
So salt is key for
salt, potassium, and magnesium. I take the tablets.
Oh wow, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Before the run, you did too.
No, but I built it. It's called a supplement stack. So I kind of built my supplement stack on the run.
Okay.
So I might be selling it later.
Dude, you got a business idea.
Yeah, I was like, I could just put people on subscription. Just try for 3 months.
So this is what I learned. You were very lucky because you experienced LA first. You got your shoes ruined with poop. And then at the end of the trip in New York, you could have ruined your shoes again with poop because they're kind of similar. Was New York much cleaner than LA or what?
Well, it was just downhill and didn't rain. So it was
so
good.
You had no issues.
Yeah, but it's kind of crazy. We were in Pennsylvania when the Trump assassination happened.
You're kidding.
We're only like 40 miles away.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, oh, it's right up there. I should just go get some.
What do you think about that, man? That's crazy that our potentially future president almost got assassinated. The media completely, like, within a week stopped talking about it. I mean, it's like as if it never happened.
Yeah.
And even in those days, they were dismissing it.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's just like the way it is like, I don't know. I wish they could be more transparent, but maybe they have an agenda we don't know about.
Well, there's definitely something going on when some guy walks around and there's just a lot of conspiracy theories. But it's weird thing about conspiracy theories is oftentimes they come true.
They come true like when when you can't. They come true when you can't like
do anything.
Yeah.
It's like it's the next administration. We'll release this. It actually did happen. And so, I mean, the very big one recently that got released was Facebook censoring people. They said the government literally came to them to censor COVID data and this and that. Mm-hmm. And Zuckerberg wrote an apology letter, which is crazy that he did that in a free speech society, so to speak. So I don't know if people could trust him anymore, but I don't know why he released that statement, like redemption or whatever. But dude, we live in a weird time.
I mean, my Facebook ads are doing good, so it's good.
So that's working. The Facebook ads are working. Well, that's why he's in Lake Tahoe at his $50 million home jet skiing or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he's doing well too. He thanks you right now.
I mean, I'm just thankful. Like I get all this opportunity. You know, like.
But you're still in America, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
We could do stuff like this.
Yes, and not be disappearing.
Yeah. Not yet.
I don't think they found there's a lot of good speakers that disappear, but not in this country though. You know?
Well, they just, Trump assassination. Let me ask you: in Pennsylvania, you were there. Were people freaking out, supportive of him?
Oh, I mean, you want me to give you the real stats?
Yeah.
Okay, so. I've only seen one Biden-Harris sign.
Yeah, all over in that.
No, like the whole country.
The whole country. Wow.
And then the rest is Trump.
Did you see how they supposedly, what it looked like to me? I looked at these photos. I wish we had like a third guy here, like Joe Rogan has pull this shit up type of thing, but we don't. But or girl, excuse me. But they did a campaign for Harris, and they chat GBT'd or whatever AI photos. And they, as the audience was full, did you see that or no?
I did see it. It was like the airplane reflection didn't match.
The airplane reflection didn't match. In another event, someone has like 3 fingers like that, because the fingers are very hard to
mimic.
Mimic in the AI for whatever reason. I don't know why, know, but it's just random fingers, like 6, 7 fingers out of a person, and then 2 clones sitting with different clothes in different areas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's definitely something going on, but I will say everyone needs to seize the moment right now while we're still free,
Yeah, and so you didn't see many Harris signs.
Oh, I saw one. Like literally one, and it's like millions of.
The good news is we're going to put a bumper sticker of Harris on your car today while you're parked outside.
I'm probably going to get beat up.
Yeah. Well, not here, but maybe if you're somewhere else. Here, the area's like.
But, yeah, and then the other moment, I'll say like, I'll tell you the 2 moments I was like testing God.
Okay.
The first one was.
By the way, God was on Trump's side that day.
Oh, yeah, he was.
I posted that. I was like,
there was like an angel from the flag.
For sure. You could turn 1 second, get shot, and it just clips his ear. It looks like a little earring piercing. Yeah. God did not want him to die. Thank God for us. So I will say that.
I mean, I'm hoping for November 5th.
Yeah. I hope he wins. I don't
we get a redemption.
Yeah. He needs to come back, man.
It's the redemption
going on.
Yeah, it's the redemption for America.
I agree. You can't have another 4 years. People are like, oh, we want change with Harris. And the thing is, she's been in government for 3.5 years. What change are you at? You're like, you're saying you want change, but you're putting the same person in. And the thing is, it's like no company in reality could run the way the administration runs and survive, in my opinion.
I think it's just, they just have gunpowder.
Gunpowder, they have money power. I mean, listen, when you can spend other people's money and there's no repercussion of it, like meaning they'll tax you, they'll fund whatever the hell they want. And it's like when people go into a marketing budget, just like you on your road trip or anything, you planned out your costs. You realized it was working or what wasn't. Yeah. You realize you may not be able to buy another pair of shoes. So
that was like all my shoes were like over mileage.
Yeah. They were over mileage. You mentioned one of them.
You gotta see it. You gotta see it.
You're gonna have to bring it back.
We'll take a picture with it.
Yeah, no, you're gonna have to bring it here. We're gonna keep recording, but when we take this break, you're gonna bring the shoes. We're gonna look at these.
Okay, all right. Hold on.
Yeah. All right. We want to take a break. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so we took a break. Zoon actually went and took out his shoes. Let's see these guys. Look at this.
Take a look.
Look at this. They are worn the hell down. There's my finger. That's half the shoe. These are light, by the way. Yeah. There's holes in them. Yeah. My God.
So
this is going to be worth more than the Jordans.
I don't even know, but this shoe was supposed to last less than 150 miles. These are racing shoes. I ran like 600 something miles in them.
Air Zooms. They were Air Zooms. So damn, they literally wore down, bro.
So these are the best Nike running shoes. It's called the Alpha Fly.
Okay.
And we couldn't even get them. So my cousin has to drive like, I don't know, probably like 8 hours plus to go get them. You can't even buy them from the store, right? We ordered from StockX.
How much do they run? Brand new?
Brand new, like $300, but you can't buy it.
Okay.
I buy aftermarket.
And then so they mark it.
They mark it up, yeah. But these shoes saved my life. Like when it's a carbon fiber plate.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So they're super light.
So it's not only they're light,
but they can wear down that.
What the plate does is like it gives you like a bounce back, and then carbon fiber, like the way you hit the ground. It gives you 4% return of energy, but it felt like 30% to me because you're doing it all day. You can't wear them back to back though, because the carbon fiber will destroy your feet. Your feet will swell.
So which ones did you cut the sides? Is that it right there?
All of them, but
okay. So you cut this side right here. So
left and right, and then because in the beginning, my feet didn't swell, but then it starts to swell. It swells this, it doesn't go
Yeah,
forward.
yeah,
it goes left,
out.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
but
like my stomach.
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I showed this to the CBS people on the last day, the news station there. They were like freaking out. They're like, damn, look at that.
Dude, they should be called 𝐂𝐍𝐿𝐍𝑜𝘍𝑚s.
Yeah.
𝐂𝐍𝐿���𝑜𝑚s after this.
It's my favorite pair of shoes. They saved my life.
Crazy,
Like,
bro.
it made running fun. Yeah.
I don't own a nice pair. Maybe that's why I'm not a big runner.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give me one of these.
But it would. Oh yeah. So let me tell you, it's crazy.
Yeah, tell me.
It's like I could run 8-minute miles with these, and I'm not even a real runner. But without them on my other shoes, I'm running like 12, 13-minute miles.
You're kidding.
Yeah. But it's just like it felt
That
fun, and it's
important.
like, yeah.
Yeah, so you feel like you're getting a spring return. is
Yeah,
what
and
you're
it felt
saying.
fun. It felt light.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
felt
yeah.
like you get in the mood. On the other one, it's like, oh.
Were your calves and just blowing up?
My calves was fine. My knee hurt. It was knee and feet.
Knee and feet.
Yeah. But my leg was fine. Like I didn't get too crazy on that. But how do you say it? Oh yeah, there's couple moments I almost died. I was gonna tell you.
Yeah.
So the first one, it was like I believe it was in Kansas, and I saw like a double rainbow or something, like a you see the sun,
Yeah.
you see a rainbow around it,
Okay.
and I saw another rainbow. I don't know what's going on, but I was just seeing like a lot of crazy stuff.
So you think you were hallucinating? Or you were hallucinating?
No, it was I took pictures. I put it on Instagram, make sure it's real.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I was like, I'm not sure it was that day or the day after, but I almost died. Like I was like dehydrated. I'm about to like pass out, and then like out of nowhere, like this one piece of cloud came out of nowhere and it covered me. And then I just like recovered, and I like called my cousin to pick me up. Like if that cloud didn't come randomly out of nowhere, I would have like probably died.
You were overly dehydrated.
Yeah.
Wait, did you have water left, or it didn't even matter? You couldn't drink it?
No, I ran out of water. I ran out of water, and it was super
Dude,
hot.
You're crazy, bro. To
And-
do that just without a pace car is just.
Yeah.
Why didn't your cousin like have or why didn't you guys plan? Well, why? But
Yeah.
like either an electric scooter or a Vespa kind of thing. That
Oh yeah, we had everything planned, but someone
life
has all of our money, so
yeah, life it.
Stripe
Thanks,
has it.
Stripe.
yeah. But that's just what it is, you know.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, we planned like a videographer to come with us.
yeah.
We shot our own content. It's a fine, same
What a,
menu.
what a memorable experience.
Yeah, like
So what
like,
was the other time you almost died?
the other time was
In New York drive by or what?
No, it was like the other time I like connected with the higher being it's pretty wild. I was dying too. I think it was Missouri at this time.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, God, if you're real, let there be wind, right? And it went.
Are you kidding?
I was
me?
like, whoa.
You kidding?
and then I was like,
Behind you or in front of you?
in front of me.
Okay,
It went
okay.
I was like, oh, shit.
Okay.
You know? And then I was like, oh, just a double tap. Please do it again. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to. Yeah, I guess he's on my side. We're good. You know, we'll just keep rolling.
So during this whole time, kind of goes back to the question of you've answered it, but at no point did you say maybe I shouldn't do this?
No, I felt like I was being guided by something.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And even through like I did I did an overnight run the first time.
Yeah.
It was so scary in Missouri, and
Yeah, a nighttime run, you mean?
yeah.
Okay.
So like think of like countryside roads, all
Yeah, there's nothing there.
not dark, trees, scary looking,
Yeah.
and animals are wild.
Yeah.
So I would be running, and I look,
It's distracting.
I would see
Yeah.
a pair of eyes looking back.
Yeah, glaring.
With my
with their
yeah.
cat eyes kind
Yeah,
of thing.
and I like look away, I keep going.
Yeah.
I
They're
look back, there's
tracking you.
two. Oh my God.
Yeah, you could have
So-
coyotes or whatever. You
Yeah,
didn't
but
know.
in your mind,
yeah.
you're not thinking about coyote. You're
Did you have
thinking,
a gun on you, a knife, anything?
oh, I'm gonna get
Yeah.
that's even better story actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, damn, I'm kind of scared of ghosts. So like,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. And there's a lot of cemetery on the 40 to 50s,
my
US 40.
gosh. Okay.
It's just like cemetery, and when I pass by a cemetery, I would just go.
Yeah, you were respectful.
Yeah, I was being
Do you
respectful.
believe in that spiritual other side, other life?
I don't know, but I get weird energy
You did
running
get
through
energy.
it. Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, like I get weird energy running through it. But if I do this, It's like good energy.
You had good energy.
Yeah.
You know what, man? In life, there's obviously something bigger than us around, right? But
Yeah.
that's crazy that you felt that energy.
Yeah. It's just.
It's interesting. I always near cemeteries paid the most respect I could pay because
You don't want to. You don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know, man. You don't know. That's
Yeah.
nuts.
It was just like, it was just a crazy.
So when the mountain lion's looking at you or a big cat or whatever,
Oh my God! I almost got killed by a couple dogs.
like wild dogs
Coming out of New Mexico. There's a lot of abandoned dog in New Mexico. I wish I could take some. My cousin's like, "Oh, here, get that one." I was like, "No, bro, it's wild. I'm like,
Were
rabies."
they hungry or what?
I give them food, but
Okay.
it's like so I could run away. real quick.
You're like,
So-
here, eat that longhorn steak from the other.
So my cousin, he got like a little like a BB gun or whatever, just in case.
Yeah.
For the animals.
So you had a little pea shooter with you.
I had that's what my cousin has.
Yeah.
I didn't want any like weapon on me or
Yeah,
whatever.
because if you get stopped or whatever.
Yeah, and we're running across.
And the laws are different.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
So what I have is like like those potty popper confetti.
That's funny.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, where you go.
Yeah. So I have like a bunch in my pockets.
Did they do that when you ran in Central Park finally? Did someone pop a little popper?
No.
Okay.
We
If
had
I
like
was there, I would have done
we
that.
had real fireworks, but we're like
Okay.
scared.
Okay.
Yeah, we have like stuff from like New Mexico that
While you were running.
I mean, we're gonna do it in New York with rockets and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
but we're like with the police and we're
You would have hurt someone's earbuds with the noise level. In New
Yeah,
York.
I would have been in trouble. I would have been in jail there. But anyways, like a dog came at me. It was like a big dog. I popped the potty popper, and he ran away. I was like, oh my God, thank you.
Thank God.
Yeah, and then Luke, one of the guy that came run the last week with me, it was like I don't know what kind of dog was it. Like one of those big killer looking dog.
Yeah.
I saw him. I was running, and I looked at Luke. He was like right behind me, and then I see a big dog running across the street, and I saw him jump over the fence, and like barely like like I was like, damn, it's crazy.
You were worried.
I was like, oh my God, that's a.
Did you almost get bit, or was it just smelling you, or did you get close to it?
I mean, there's a lot of dogs that got close, like really close to me, like way closer than this.
Yeah. And when it sniffed you out.
It sniffed me out. I let it do its thing,
and then you
like,
ran.
Yeah, but some pretty nice. I pet him and give him some food or whatever. But it's like
I think dogs could sense stuff, man. They're such interesting animals. They could sense danger and not.
Well, dog can sense if you have good or bad intention.
Yeah, energy.
Yeah. I was just trying to put out good intention and like, hey.
You gave him a peace sign. You went peace to the dog.
Yeah.
Like the
No, I did the dog thing. The dog whisper. You give the hand.
Some Cesar Millan.
Yeah, some reason they stop when you do it.
I don't know. Is this the real name Cesar Millan? That's a different.
No. I'm telling you, whatever it is, Google said it. It works. Like you do this.
Like, stop.
They just do it. I don't know.
My God.
Universal sign.
Did you have an emergency? Like obviously, your cousin had to keep his phone on.
Oh, there was one time. In the mountains,
okay,
we got lost a service. Our radio didn't nothing worked.
But you ran yourself.
I was still running. I ran for like 2 hours in the dark with no nothing, no water, nothing. But he was trying to find me because it was
he doesn't know where you are.
Yeah. I mean, we put the landmark, but I guess it didn't go through.
Did you bring like an Apple AirTag on you in case?
Yeah, he put an AirTag in me. And also we share location, and then we have the radio.
Yeah.
But sometimes none of it works.
Yeah. Interesting.
And there's time where we're like in the 50 miles and nobody.
Yeah, that's scary, man.
Yeah.
Because anybody could show up, or a wild animal. Were you was that the most scariest time aside from feeling like you may die? Was that the scariest time? Was just being in the middle of nowhere with nothing in sight? Like your spidey sense was going off? Yeah,
so being in the middle of nowhere with nothing, I didn't feel that scare. Okay. But being in the middle of nowhere with nothing at night.
Was it?
Yeah, it's extra scary.
Someone, I was telling you, I was just on a quick little trip to Hawaii and we were scuba diving or whatever. And someone says, they go at night scuba diving or snorkeling. Yeah. And they're like, it is the freakiest thing because you don't know what brushes up against you, down underwater, you're freaking out, and then you're almost like a pillar of light to them. So I imagine if you were running.
Oh, yeah, with my headlamp.
Yeah, you had a headlamp.
Oh, so I got to tell you something crazy. Like California, New York, East Coast, West Coast wise. Yeah. In the middle, there's a bunch of flies that bite you.
Wow.
I don't know what a horsefly, whatever. But I'll be just relaxing or running or or like eating or whatever, it would just bite me. Like
so did you get a reaction?
No, but it's so annoying. Like there's a bunch
weird.
of flies, like you know.
Jesus.
And they will bite you. I'm like, that's so crazy.
And there's probably a lot because it's humid. And there's all these.
It's humid. There's no other like meat source. I guess it'll slide at feet on meat.
They thought you were gonna go down.
Yeah. Oh man, it's just so. I mean, I'll show you some pictures like the storm and stuff we went through.
Hey, send some when we'll add it to the podcast. Obviously, we'll link all your stuff below, and then you also have the raw data. You can mix it up how you want.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, what else do you want to share about this run before we move on?
Yeah. I mean, literally, like, you know, I held my word at the highest level. Anybody would have give up, and people would just accept it or whatever.
Yeah.
But
I would go one step further. Not many people are crazy like you to do it.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, at the end of the day, it's like, all you really have is your words.
Yeah.
You know, you can't really, like, screw, like, one people over, because then, like, one person over, because it will spread.
Yeah.
It's just, like, just, like...
Were you disappointed in some of the people that gave you, like, hey, I'll go ahead and run with you, or I'll do it, or I'll donate a Vespa to you, or whatever the hell it is?
I mean, like, it didn't disappoint me, because... I know the market was doing bad because I saw on the run, I see a lot of people selling their nice RV, they're selling their nice car, they're selling their boats.
Yeah.
So I could tell, like, hey, the market is not doing well.
Yeah, you were 5 months running while the market's crashing. Maybe you shouldn't leave us.
Yeah. But like I saw, I was like, you know what? It's probably that. And also, like, at the end of the day, it's like, I'm just like trying to prove to myself that I'm the hardest person I know.
Yeah.
I just like 300 people above me. But that just proved a better point to me that, like, I can do it, and, you know, some people can't.
You challenge yourself, right? Like, everybody has their own milestone. It's almost like in jiu-jitsu. It's kind of interesting where people go, I want a black belt or this belt or that belt. But, like, in reality, each stage of progress in any martial arts or any business or anything, it's a self-challenge.
Yeah.
Like, you know, who cares how fast Goggins ran if you don't run at all, right? Or you know what I mean? It's like you're trying to be a better you.
Yeah.
And I think this was such a mental challenge for you, it sounds like.
Yeah, it was I mean, I broke through, you know, the craziest thing is, like, after I finished the run, I felt peace. Like, before the run, I was like, oh, I gotta go do it, and then after, I just felt peace, and I was like, hey, I fulfilled that, you know, destiny that was
this
that was
ship.
Like, this was put into my origin or so, and I completed it.
Any of those days you ran, you finished, I'm sure on some days you were looking forward to doing it tomorrow, and on some days you were like, damn, tomorrow's coming and I got to run again.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
How did that go?
The waking up in the morning is the hardest.
Okay.
Because, you know, like, when you train properly for, like, a run or something, you have, like, a schedule. But me, I was just trying to go as far as I can every day. And someday I don't get to go as far, and I'm just, like, pissed. You
were upset with yourself.
Yeah. But I was like, oh, if I could just do this a little bit better, you know. It would have been faster. It would have been faster.
Did you plan, did your 5 months go above what you planned, or just a little bit before?
We were supposed to finish in September, October.
Okay.
But we finished in the first day of, July 31st.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's
so
really good.
We finished ahead because I was like, oh, hey, I'm about to run out of money. Like, we're going to be stuck on this run forever then.
Why is your right shoe more damaged than your left shoe? Is this
that's a good indicator, because, you know, like, when I'm on the shoulder of the road, it's like this.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
It's like a bike.
It's like a slanted kind of a thing. Yeah. So I would try to, like, get on, so I could, like, you know,
it was a little slanted,
so I could, like, balance out a little bit. I don't know if it does anything, but
you know. It probably does. If you think about it, you're running off crooked.
Yeah.
All right, that's incredible, guys. We'll link Zoon's story, and I'm sure you're gonna put out your videographer or like an editor that's on a very high level.
We're putting out like a Nike commercial kind of.
You're gonna put out a Nike commercial. I'd love to see it, dude, because I'm gonna like really see what that's about. I mean, we could talk about it, but I think when you add the visual aspect to it, it's something else. All right, let's talk a little bit about your businesses, man. I know you came here. You have Kraken Media. It's a marketing company.
Yeah.
You worked with Watson, Wes Watson, on some
events,
halos. You've done some great car videos with him working out. He's kind of a popular guy. I think
he's natural. He's you know, like he like really helped me started my business.
He did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
What attracted you to work with him, or vice versa? Would you say?
no, I was just going through like hard times,
Okay.
and I was watching him on YouTube for motivation.
Okay.
Like it was just super organic, right? And I was just going out to get leads, get deals. I went to the mall, trying to grab some deals and stuff. And then I met this other, person, King Rocket.
Okay.
That's his rapper name.
Huh.
And he's like, hey, I'm going to this mastermind. I need a filmer, blah, blah, And we figured out something that works for both of us. And next thing you know, I was like, oh, damn, I'm at the pad, the San Diego mansion. I was like, oh, it's Wes. Like I've been.
Is he in Florida now?
He's in Florida now, yeah. But I was like, like when you like a Tony Robbins or someone you're inspired by, and you're like, wait, I'm at this person's place. I'm about to meet them.
Shock.
I was shocked, yeah. And then I was very productive. I gave everybody there like a video, like recap of the event. It did.
You did it. It sounds like you love to do that right away. Give them like.
Oh yeah, it's fast.
Yeah, not before it dies out, kind of thing.
Okay? So like it will make. So like let's say we're at an event.
Yeah.
We got it down to like right after the event, you get a recap of the whole day, and that's like with my editor working. Like the thing is like I'm shooting.
Yeah.
Right. Halfway through the shoot, I would take this SD card and give it to my team. They're already cutting everything up, right?
Cool.
So when the event finished, I get the last couple clips. We toss it in at the end, so it looks like it's like boom, like fast. And we put the fire effect and the blue flame, whatever, and whatever effect, and it's like boom. And then they the host will look really, really good.
Yeah, it's like it wakes people up almost. It's like, whoa, this is nice.
Yeah,
you know what
I usually like, we did a couple mastermind for Wes, and I would close like the clients that they would want to work with me right away on the project.
Oh yeah, because you did the real saying, hey, I could do this for you too.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I could. Yeah. Same, like.
So do you see him often anymore because he's all the way over there and you were running, or you said you were going to shoot his Bugatti? He got a Bugatti.
I told him like when I finished the run, I was like, hey, I got you on the Bugatti. He's like, yeah, bro, do. But every time we do a collaboration or something with Wes, we would like make really good revenue like the month after.
Okay. He gives you a cut of whatever the event is, or how does
No, he just literally like he would just give me like
what he
crazy leads. I'm like, oh my god, you know. But like, if you think about it, like it's like at the end of the day, it's like I don't know, like I just have really good energy towards him, and like I watch a lot of his content on the run.
Yeah, you did.
For motivation. Yeah,
wow.
I was like,
okay, like
the way he speak. I don't think anyone is as good as a speaker as him.
Very good energy he's got, man.
Yeah, but he works so hard. Like I see him like, like when we're filming the event, he would like release the guests to go get lunch or whatever. I don't know, like a break. But behind the scene, he's like closing deal and he's on another coaching call.
Oh wow!
And then when he come back and boom,
hard.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, he's the hardest worker I've ever seen in my whole life.
Really?
And the best speaker I've ever seen. I was like, damn.
You did a speaking event recently, your own kind of mastermind for video editing. You showed me a clip before we started filming. Yeah. What was that like, speaking in front? Like, did you love it? And do you see yourself doing that in the future? Or?
Shout out to Ace. Like he like helped me with the event because I told him because he booked us for the whole month in February.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I'm gonna do this like content event for like my people, whatever. And he like helped me. He gave us the Lambo yacht. He gave us like everything, and he's my co-host. Like he took care of everything.
What does he do? Sorry,
he has the one of the biggest digital marketing company.
Okay.
Yeah,
very good.
And he's like really good at that space. Yeah. He got it like he got it dialed in. He's like good. Yeah. But yeah, he took care of like the lunch and like everything. The lunch were like in the thousands. This is
in the hot dog from Costco hot dog.
he let the guests drive his like Rolls Royce and Lambo and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, 'cause he doesn't care. He's like, whatever, it's insurance. Go crash it.
You know what's interesting? Getting back to these nice cars. Yeah. I feel like Wes can have these nice cars out, or whoever actually that has cars. There's a lot of people that own nice cars, but in Florida, it seems to be kind of more accepted to have those cars. Say LA is kind of nice to have those cars, But in the Bay Area, it's like, dude, you have those cars and you're almost a target
Yeah.
for either a robbery or someone that hates you. You know what I mean? Like I've seen crazy videos of people jumping on cars in San Francisco. That's like a Lambo.
Yeah. No, I mean, Miami's like everywhere.
In Miami's like, dude, everybody has a G-Wagon and not just a regular one, a 4x4.
Like a Brabus.
Yeah, a Brabus. And then like if you're driving a Rolls Royce, it's like me driving a Honda. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy.
I mean.
Yeah. Have you been to this place up there yet, or you're not?
Which one?
Not in Florida?
We did a couple events there, yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. He got a new place now too. Another place.
Yeah. So
he moved so fast. It's crazy.
He's just like, hey, I'm out.
No, no, he has both places.
Oh, he's here and there.
Yeah.
So he comes in. What was it? What would be a strategy to stay here versus live there full time?
Oh no, like he has like 2 places in Miami.
Oh, he has 2 places in Miami. No longer a place out here.
I don't know, but maybe I did it for a tax reason because that's crazy.
Oh yeah, bro. Think about it. Let's say you make easy math, $1 million a year in income.
Yeah.
That's 130 grand for a car spend that you could do.
You could buy another Lambo.
You could buy a used Lambo right then and there, right on the spot, pay cash for it.
Yeah. Or down payment for something good.
Or it's a down payment. You could pay half of a 𝐂𝐻𝐿 off or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, it's like, okay, you do that 2 years in a row, but what if you make 10 million a year?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's 130,000 times 10. That's 1.3 million.
Yeah.
You could buy a very nice Ferrari for 1.3 or 700 grand or 600. You know.
I mean, everyone's kind of leaving California.
Yeah.
But I mean, check this out. I got to see all the other state running through it.
Yeah. What's your favorite? You settle in Kansas, aren't you?
No. It's either California or New York, honestly. But the living expenses in the other states are so wild, like
low,
like super low. It's to have a RV spot here. Yeah, it's like some place here they charge like $100 a night, whatever.
Oh, wow, that's a lot.
Yeah. In New York, like when we were there for a couple of days, it was $160 a night.
Jesus.
Yeah, but in New Mexico and like some other states, it was like you could pay $200, you could stay for a whole month. Power, sewage,
plugged
water,
in, everything.
You're good. I was like, damn, that's pretty wild, you know.
Damn, but you know what it shows is like,
but I do work, like I would travel to client or most of the things remote.
That's nice to know that you could do that though. Like some people struggle paying rent out here, or there's homeless, or they think they have nothing going on. Like I mean, if all hit the fan kind of thing. Yeah. And you have an RV and you're not making it out in the Bay Area or in LA or wherever. Yeah. Dude, get your butt to where you could pay $200 a month. Yeah. And figure it out. You know what I mean? Plug in, use the toilet and all that and something.
I haven't experienced the RV life until it's kind of good. My RV opened up, it goes doop. Yeah. And it's like a big living room.
Nothing wrong with it, man. Yeah. I think those are nice. I think it's even mobile park homes are excellent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like not in the Bay though. Yeah. Like here, I mean. Yeah. I'm like, whoa, it's kind of crazy. Because when we first got back, I didn't have a spot to park the RV, so I just stayed at the RV park for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Would you see drugs or what? What'd you see?
No, it's just like the energy is not good.
Yeah, because
like I can't really
barely making that payment. That's why.
Yeah, it's just, I was like, oh, I can't be around this energy, you know. So I put it in storage.
So you're saying you'd live either in California or you'd live in New York,
a different state, maybe like Texas or Florida, somewhere without state tax.
Do you need to be near the beach, or do you like that aspect? Or
I just need to be near an airport.
Near an airport. Well, for you, Texas would make sense because it's middle.
Yeah.
So you could fly here and there in a good amount of time. Yeah. You know, if you're on one end of the country versus the other, it doesn't make sense if you fly a lot because it's a long flight. Yeah. But Texas or these middle states are really nice for travelers. Yeah. You know, if you're going to Europe a lot, then Florida makes... It's like a 6-7 hour flight in a premium aircraft. It's really nice.
I mean, it's gonna be my first shoot coming out of state, coming up pretty soon. We're going to Canada.
Yeah, it's gonna be where in Canada?
Toronto.
Toronto's nice. I've been.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful city.
The gentleman, his team makes music for like Kanye. I don't know if I can say that. Yeah, but it's Kanye.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Like it's pretty wild.
Kanye just got rid of his Malibu home.
Yeah, I mean, that's above my pay grade, but it's like to be able to like, oh, and my team. So like my partner, they just landed Pagani as a client.
Wow. Pagani also just announced that they will not be making electric Paganis. Thank God.
Yeah, I mean,
they're gonna stick with V12s. It's the best news I've heard in the car market for a long time.
Yeah, it's a lot of tax and stuff that they have to pay, but it is what it is.
Who the hell wants a silent Pagani? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, you want the rawness, the emotion, the pops, the bangs.
Yeah, it's I was gonna make a bad reference here. Thank God I didn't. But no one wants to ride a car doesn't make them feel umph. You know what I mean?
I mean, those cars you buy it so you could like really feel the rawness.
It's like a lame one night stand, and if they made a Pagani that doesn't sound like a Pagani or a V12, I mean, it's
like hanging out with a tech bro, you know?
Oh, I found out. Yeah, tech bros are interesting people. That's a different topic altogether, man. There's been some tech bros. I've had a couple tech people on here.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about like the salary tech bro, not like the pioneer tech bro.
Yeah, tech bros go both ways. They're either very geeky in some way, or sometimes they're like this extreme, let's climb a mountain tech bro.
Yeah. Oh, I like those. Those are the fun ones.
Yeah. They're like, no, we're going on Mount Everest, 7-day trip. You ready? No, I'm not ready. That's maybe something you'd be interested in.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really not gonna run that much after the.
This is it. You're not running again ever.
I mean, I'll run here and there, but like.
Bro, did you come back and you're like, bro, I'm never running 12 miles again?
Yeah, no, I told myself, I was like, I mean, even the whole trip, I even put it in like every post, pretty much not running again after this.
That's funny.
But like at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know, like I got this achievement down, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, what's the next thing?
You might miss it, man. It's like they call it rosy retrospection, where you think of a time in your life where it was such a blessing to do this event or whatever.
Oh, I mean, the whole thing is a blessing because not a lot of people get to, 5 months of doing something cool like that.
Yeah, and take off. Like a lot of people are afraid to leave on vacation for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You literally took off, put your life on hold.
Yeah.
To run.
Yeah.
And enjoy.
I just want to be
areas in the country other people don't even know exist.
Yeah, I mean, like from like a young age, I was like, hey, when I'm older and I'm in my rocking chair, I want to be able to say I did some good stuff.
By then, maybe they'll have robots where you just take your head. You're no longer in a chair, bro.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about? It's like that scene from like a movie or something. It's like you're on the rocking chair, just like thinking about your life, and if you really live a good one,
not like regretting. The only regret is you not doing something, basically, or not doing that.
Yeah, that was like the military for me because I was like, oh, I wanted to be in the military so I could like really.
Do you you were in the military, obviously, and thank you for your service. And I've had quite a few military people on this podcast. Very interesting, actually.
Yeah.
How many there are, and did your military supplemental income help you take the 5 months off, or?
Oh no, I'm out. I'm a veteran.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you get some residual money coming?
I get some like benefits.
Benefits.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, it's not like enough to like go crazy.
To live a Bay Area lifestyle while you're gone.
I mean, if you max out on the benefit, I think you could just barely pay rent.
Talked to some lady yesterday that was about some business. She's like, I work here, 160 grand a year. Mm-hmm. Salary, and she's like, I'm barely making it. I'm like, yep, that's.
I mean, that's California,
It's like,
but if everywhere else, you're like kind of good.
Yeah, she's like, guys, this is horrible, and I'm like, this is the sad truth of living. In this area. But what sucks about this area is you have to do that. You're in this hamster wheel, and then all of a sudden, it's just people don't enjoy their life here as much. I feel like as they do in other states, including New York, man. Yeah. New York is a vibrant. Like, did you get to experience New York after your run, or you?
I was there for like 3 days.
After?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you go out?
I go out a little bit. I mean, I've been there before. We shot like a couple film there.
Yeah.
So
did you like it, or you don't like it?
I just don't like I don't like being around a lot of people. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, New York's full of people.
It's like I mean, very beautiful though. Yeah. Only there for a little bit of time, but I mean, I got to run through it. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of hills.
Yeah. I walked New York
Yeah.
before. I think it's like an 8-mile radius and walking or
Yeah.
something weird like that.
Yeah.
My legs were killing me. That
Yeah.
was a long time ago.
I mean,
Now I probably would have fell.
no, you got. I think you got like 30 miles in you.
You
If
think
somebody,
so?
if somebody points a gun
Bro,
at you,
yeah. The gun, I'd have to point it back.
yeah, or someone point a gun at
I'd
your
have
wife.
to take it and do something.
I know, but they have
Well,
to.
wait a minute.
You would
Now,
do
if
it.
someone pointed a gun at my wife,
Yeah.
I definitely would not run anywhere and see where this goes.
But I'm just saying,
kidding,
if
bro.
they have like 20 people,
Yeah,
there.
yeah, I'm kidding. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
But I'm just
would
saying,
be
like
here.
everyone has like I googled it.
Yeah.
I was like, like that's why I set the miles at 20 miles a day for my run,
Yeah.
because I was like everybody got 20 miles in them, regardless of like their condition, as long as their body's functional. Everyone got 20. It's
You
just,
know what? There's two funny incidences of where I feel like I was personally challenged in spaces that I'm not comfortable with in terms of, or actually a lot, but in these spaces of running and bicycling.
Yeah.
Cycling, one time, this guy that owns a public company,
Yeah.
he took his company public very well off, from what I know and or understood to be. CEO of a public company. He's like, let's go biking.
Yeah.
I'm like, sure, like he just wants to get out of the house. This is Lake Tahoe.
Mm-hmm.
We go biking, and it's like a 30-mile bike ride, but there's hills and this
Yep.
and that, and the elevation. And I wore a parka jacket because it was kind of chilly, but once you're biking, you can't have a parka jacket on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Your body's sweating. It's 30 miles, and I didn't eat. So 30 miles of not proper nutrition in the hills, never biking.
Yeah.
And in Tahoe, I was almost dead. I came back, my body was like, I don't know if you felt this running, but your body's tingling.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
I
is
felt
that?
like most of the days when we're about to finish,
Okay, yeah, like your body is like tingling. It's
it
like a
was like
breakdown almost.
it's like there's no glycogen left. There's no like sugar
Yeah.
left in you. It's just like
Yeah, he's like, here, suck on this.
goo pack.
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I mean that saved my life a lot of the time.
Really? See,
Yeah.
that's interesting. So that was one time. And then the other time, this guy that works at Facebook, he would bike to Facebook all the time, a family friend. And he's like, let's go bike across to Marin from San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
We bike there and over the bridge, through the mountains, the hills, and go all the
Beautiful.
way to like past Corte Madera.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the way back, he's like, let's go back. And I'm like, nah, man, I'm having my wife pick me up. This is like a 50-mile ride.
Yeah.
I'm like, no way. 50 miles to someone that doesn't bike is not easy mentally, I think.
Yeah.
You're probably looking at me weak right now. You're like, yo, bro, I ride across the country. What the hell are you talking about 50-mile bike for?
Yeah. I mean, 50-mile bike. That's probably like
Yeah, a drop in a
20
bucket
running.
for you.
20 running. I don't know.
No. I think it's
Oh my God! There was another. When I was running at the end, there was like another like bike across America thing.
bike across it?
Yeah. Like they had a race, and then the guy I met, I guess he won or something.
Okay.
So we hung out with him for a little bit.
Was he like, yo, you ran across America?
He was like,
but
yeah,
he
he was
was
like-
stunned by you.
I was stung by him. He was stung by me because I was like, I was like, so how many miles you cover a day? He was like, yeah, about like 200. I was
Yeah.
like,
They do that.
200 miles,
Yeah.
and I was like, damn, I'm barely covering like 30 today.
Yeah, but they have someone I know bike from SF to LA. I think they do 100 miles a day
Yeah.
times 5 days or something like this. And then they eat and they hang out with this group. Everybody's always grouped up, it's like
Yeah.
a camaraderie kind of thing.
Yeah.
You should look into that in the future.
Well, no, I mean, the thing is, like, I was like, when he told me that, I was like, biking across America is not a bad idea.
Sounds much better.
yeah.
Than
The running
than
part or
running.
walking part. But
So-
I think, we actually, our project actually raised more money than Gymshark when they sponsored someone else to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Talk about that. Did you do it I know you've done Miles for Meals.
Yeah.
What you're running, you mentioned you raised $200,000 or so for this whole thing. Talk about it. How did you give back?
Oh,
Like,
it
what do
was like, so it was 200,000 meals through Feeding America. How do you say it? When I first thought of the idea we're going to do it, I just call them. And like, oh yeah, you could like do your own project. Just go under the team feed and just do whatever you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'll do the Run Across America one.
Hmm.
But there's other people doing other challenges on their
Sure.
thing. Yeah. I talked to the director. It was pretty cool. Put me on their page and everything. And then I'm on like the San Leandro News a couple of times, the newspaper.
That's cool.
And then I was on CBS in New York. And, you know, the thing is like the whole time I wanted to get more media, but like it was like hard getting through the gatekeeper, right?
Yeah, yeah. And you didn't have someone else doing that as their sole thing
I had like a budget.
Connected.
I had a budget that wasn't there, you know?
Yeah,
so
thanks, Stripe.
yeah, I mean, my cousin like was calling everybody, but then when Luke come, I was like, hey man, we're like a little bit away from New York. Drive over there and just bang on the door. That's how I got the CBS thing.
That's so cool.
Because I was like, in my mind, it's like, how do I get the crazy clients I had before? I just showed up.
Yeah.
You know, and like the gatekeeper just not efficient. If you have a good product and you know they,
I just, you know, these gatekeepers, and this goes into business. Like if you're cold calling someone, and you get a gatekeeper.
Yeah.
They get those calls all the time, and they're lazy. Some of them, they don't want to pass things on. They don't want to do more work. You really gotta. It's luck and timing and really showing up. I think that's a big one to your point.
Yeah.
Because like, dude, you could call. Hi, no, I'm a secretary. It's Monday.
Yeah.
You want to run? You want to sponsor? You fill out this form online.
Yeah.
You know,
no,
like,
I mean like literally.
goes nowhere.
Yeah, it literally goes nowhere.
Yeah.
So like, and that's why I was like, how do you say it? I have an idea and I take it to action so fast.
Yeah.
Where like we did send some stuff out for some sponsor, but you know we got a lot of food sponsor and stuff like that. But we sent out for some serious bigger sponsor, but they didn't take me serious because I wasn't a runner.
Yeah, but that's. I mean, you are a runner. You ran across the country.
I know, but I'm just saying like that before that thing completed.
That's something crazy. You need to be the runner they sponsor, not the runner on Instagram that says.
Well,
they
I mean,
run.
I would like relate more to the everyday people because I'm like an everyday person that did it. You know.
And you ran across the country.
Yeah, I mean, we'll sell under the New Legacy brand.
The New Legacy needs to come out. So when's the launch for this? When relaunch or whatever?
I gotta close up the donation thing.
Okay.
And then we can go fully dumb with it. But
okay. Is New Legacy targeting like the younger persona, that not the old money, the new generation?
Yeah, I think it's just like newer generation, like me, and like I don't know if you're from old money or new money, but
I have no money. No, I'm the no more money man. I'm gonna be. No, my parents never.
Well, we'll take you to the casino.
That's the worst place to be. The casino's rich for a reason.
Yeah,
you know, the mob knew what they were doing. Yeah. First of all, they were funneling the money, but the second thing is, they're always taking someone's money. They're as good as the government.
Yeah, so, I mean, we'll figure something out.
Yeah, the mob and the government. You know, they're like two. Actually, the government is the mob. They're just a stronger mob. That's in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like one protected you, the other protected you. If you didn't pay your taxes, you'd be in jail. You didn't pay your taxes, you'd be killed. You know, it's the same thing.
It's, I mean, that's just how it works. But yeah, I mean.
So New Legacy's relaunching.
I'm relaunching it.
Hats, shirts, shoes. Why not have a shoe? New Legacy shoe?
Yeah, we could figure something out.
Dude, let's launch a shoe.
Yeah. I mean, I would definitely put a carbon fiber plate in it.
Yeah, you need a That's the first shoe is carbon fiber.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to go high end, it's carbon fiber. I mean, it's only on exotic cars. Now it's on your feet.
Carbon fiber on everything.
If you get yourself a pair of this, and you're going to see.
A runner.
You don't want to be a runner, but I mean, you know.
So they're called Air.
It's the Alpha Fly.
Alpha Fly. I need to write this down. I might have to get a pair and run a mile. I'll let you know.
If you run a mile in this, you're gonna want to run 2.
Really?
Or 3.
Dude, you're advertising.
No, I'm serious. It's like
Nike's
so good.
Happy right now.
No, I'm telling you, like this shoe saved my life. Like I was just done. I was wearing 𝐂𝐻𝐋𝐋𝐿, and I was like, oh my god, it hurts.
Really?
Yeah, and I wear New Balance, everything, and whatever. So.
Do they make a wide shoe, or it doesn't matter because you're gonna swell up anyway? If for that amount.
For this one, it's such a special shoe. I don't know if they make wide or not, but you just trust me. These air bubbles, I'm surprised it lasts like 600 something miles. These are racing shoes. They're supposed to last 100 to 150 miles.
Okay, but they went longer.
They went longer because I have no budget. I couldn't buy another one, and StockX didn't have anything, and nobody else has everything. So, you know what I'm talking about? Like,
jeez, man.
Yeah, but
I would frame those shoes in your house.
Yeah, no,
that's
I will.
Such a story.
And I have the American, my friend Luke, he brought me the guidon, the official Navy guidon.
Really?
Like for me to run the last couple days for content.
Yeah.
I don't know. When you're holding the American flag and you're doing anything, you get like 2 extra horsepower or something.
You feel proud.
Yeah, and then like when you're running on the street or so, people are like, me.
Dude, that's so cool.
But we're in like, like Republican states and stuff.
Yeah,
And it's like amazing.
Yeah. So to hear you when you think people would just be like,
they're
really
just
weird. How
weird
people are
reaction.
not prideful of where they live. It's kind of weird.
It's like you're not proud of your team,
Or your country. Like, what happened? I
Yeah.
don't get them. I don't get that.
I mean, a lot of people
I stopped spending time with that
Yeah.
mindset.
don't even let it in your brain. It just hurts,
But it seems like it's like negative energy. It's like passing a cemetery.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
you know how like the airplanes stay in the sky?
Yeah.
It's momentum.
Yeah.
So like, I think business or closing sales. I mean, I learned this from like selling cars. Like the best time to sell a car is right after you sold one.
Yeah. Right away while you're happy.
Yeah. It's that transfer of energy. Like people are like thinking, oh shit, he's happy. He's doing something.
Yep.
I want to buy it from him. I don't want to buy it from like other people.
Yeah. It's almost the best time to also take like an important phone calls right after the gym.
Yeah.
Or after your run.
To get your frequency
dude,
up.
your levels are so high. And
like you could feel like I'm just like happy.
They could feel it through the phone.
Yeah.
Like when I would train salespeople, I'd tell them to put a mirror in front of their computer or whatever. A lot of our staff works remote, but so look at the fucking camera and smile.
Yeah.
Before, and after your call, because it just carries over,
Yeah. I mean, at the last day, I got like 2 people from Canada to come and some people from the Bay and stuff like that.
That's cool, man.
It was just like a surreal experience. And then my friend, he like booked us the venue for the dinner, like blah, blah, blah. Like I didn't post as much as I want to post on that last day, but I was just so overwhelmed. And then the next day I was like dying. Like I literally did 58 miles on the last day. So I didn't miss the event or so. And on Google Map, it'll say like 10 miles, right?
Yeah.
But on your Strava and your Nike, when you get over there, it's like 11.5.
Strava's a good app.
Yeah.
Do you still use Strava? People still do it?
I mean, people still do it. But I'm just telling you, it's a little, Google Maps a little bit off from all the other apps.
Yeah.
So when you have to make a distance on time or on your feet, it's that. Yeah.
Meaning you're saying the distance on Google Map is off with an actual running.
It's actually when you run, it's like it's a little bit more across the street or wherever. So I got smart at the end where I had the camel pack and I was hitting gas station back to gas station. And I was getting ice and put it in the pack, and then the pack is cold, so it'll cool me down.
So it's like a T-shirt almost.
Yeah.
Like a cold T-shirt.
Yeah.
Where you didn't have to wait. Wow.
Yeah. So I would just.
So would you put half ice or what? Half ice, half water? Or
I would just put whole thing ice because
it'll melt.
It literally melts right away.
Minutes.
Yeah, and I had to, and then
Jeez,
from Kansas to like New York, I was drinking like multiple Diet Coke every day.
You're inspiring me to cycle again. I used to cycle, and now I bought one of those camel packs too.
Yeah.
And put some ice, maybe go out on a good excursion.
Yeah, I mean it'll feel real good on your back. It's like different, and then you drink it. Oh my god, it's so cold.
It feels good. You're like, oh, that one sip. I know how that feels.
Yeah.
I know how that feels.
But it's just a moment, like the purest moment.
So let's talk as we wrap up here. What about your personal goals? You have a podcast, Zoon.
Yeah.
Tell me about your podcast guests. What the podcast is called? Why'd you start it? And
it's so funny as it is. It's also called a New Legacy Podcast.
I love that. Okay.
It wasn't like meant to be a podcast.
Yep.
We do content for people, and then they wanted to get some talking head clip. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, let me just like throw a mock podcast together and we'll get the clips out of it, blah, blah, blah. And now it's becoming a podcast where I have people want to pay to get on. So like one pay like 10K, one pay like 5.
10K to come on the podcast. Nobody's paid me, man.
So like the way it is, the way I structure it,
the way you do it,
the way I structure is different, right?
The way you do is better.
No, they call me and I would be like, oh, the podcast is free. And they're like, oh, okay, can I get on?
Okay.
Like everyone thinks they get on it because it's free. I'm like, oh, no, it's only for my clients.
Oh,
and they're like, oh, okay.
They make them a client.
Well, what do you charge? They're like 5K, 10K, 15K. Pick a package. Like, they just pick one. Yeah. And we're good,
So you're selling it as like an addition to the videos that you're.
Yes, but we also have some clients on our podcast that get the clips, and it's like 4 million views, 1.2 million, and that like blew up their existence. But
that's good for them.
It's good for them. But the way I do the podcast is like I ask very like like how you're doing, very genuine, good questions.
Oh, you think I ask good questions? Thank you.
Good questions. like I've been on like some podcasts where they're like it's like they're just going off the list.
Yeah.
And you're like bored.
They can't conversate.
They can't converse. Like not everyone can function at like the super high frequency. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, yes.
They're very paper based.
Yeah, they're like a paper pusher, 9 to 5er, you know, stuff like that.
Oh boy, how did you make money? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
But I mean, you know how hard it is to run a business.
It's not easy at all. It's not for everybody too. You know what I mean? It's for really people that want to challenge themselves.
Yeah.
Have more, create a new legacy for their family or themselves. It's not for everybody, but it could be very rewarding. It could be detrimental to relationships, family, to yourself.
Oh my God. I've been through, you know, like I work with like 20 to like 25 videographer.
Yeah. Oh, before you got a good team?
Yeah.
Wow.
And, you know, like a lot of the people, they were trying to get around me.
Yeah.
So they were
trying to take your business.
They don't have the sales skill or like the other skills, but they were trying to like put themselves next to my client and use my clients as props
to market themselves.
Yeah, themselves. Yeah.
Do you like, well, NDAs in California are complete BS almost, but
it's just like, you know, like they see it's like they're being nice to me and stuff. I'm like, oh, I appreciate that, but like I could see through it, you know. But if you
non-competes, NDAs don't work here, and so you caught a couple people that you thought were better
I mean,
people.
like there's a lot of like people that like it was just crazy. Like I'm like, just deliver on time. It's not even that hard, you know. Like
Jeez.
Like
what takes, like, you're so good at it. You showed me a video earlier of a guy who was working out. He jumped in his Lamborghini Huracan. It was an Evo.
Yeah,
and
we have a bunch of those. Like that's just like one of them. We have like tons.
That one you should. I like that one. Let's talk about what does it take to make a good video? Can you make anybody look good on camera, or is it like certain personalities shine and so forth?
And well, I mean, I built a team to do that. It's like I call it the Heroes, like Halo team.
Okay.
But think about it this way, right? Like they would shoot. So like if I look at you like this, it's like normal, right?
Yeah.
But if I look at you down here and up,
look bigger.
You look like a hero. It's called a hero shot. So we have a shot list, and it's like an oil change now that we're doing the Halo. It's a 1 day shoot, about $7,000.
Okay.
And it's like from that angle, you just look good.
Do you get Instagrammers like that want that type of impression showing off? Or let's say if someone's out there looking to be a video marketer, for example, is it better to target businesses and groups? Like where's the bulk of the money coming from? Is it
right now it's just a lot of referrals.
Yeah.
But I have a client as a dentist. I made him look like the most badass dentist you ever see in your life.
I had a funny dental story I wanted to tell you. I remember I mentioned it, you reminded me. So this clip the other day where a dude goes into one dentist and they're like, oh, you got 3 cavities or whatever, you know what I mean? And he's like, damn, I got cavities, I better fix it. And he happened to travel to LA and then had his teeth cleaned before something like he had to do. And then they're like, oh, well, you're in good health. Your teeth are in good health. He's like, what about those 3 cavities? You know, like, you don't have any cavities. What are you talking about? You know what I mean?
Oh, I see. It's like an oil change, people.
Yeah. Who's going to go?
Yeah.
And like, if the dentist tells you got 3 cavities, are you going to pay another $200 to do an x-ray again somewhere else?
Yeah.
Or are you going to like pay $500
they hook you on. It's like
it's like, you wouldn't even know if you got a cavity.
It's like a gym membership.
Yeah, they sand your tooth a little bit, put a little filler, and then they fill up your tooth, and now you're no cavities. You don't even know you had a cavity, or you may not have had one.
You know, the fastest people to pay is the dentist. They have cash. I don't know.
Yeah, they're balling. We should have been dentists.
You know what? I'm gonna get more dentist clients.
New Legacy Dental is what you should have.
You could put New Legacy in front of everything. It would be good.
You can put a New Legacy in front of everything.
Yeah, but you know, like I do later want to have a supplement line called New Legacy, and I was gonna be like, hey,
actually, it's a good name for a supplement line.
I took these 8 supplement. I'm a normal person, and it helped me run across America.
Yeah, and they're not these like chemical based. They're like genuinely.
It's like turmeric.
Okay.
Magnesium.
Yep.
Calcium.
Yep.
B12. Like it's like I don't want to give out the whole thing.
Don't give the formula.
Yeah, no,
bro.
I didn't give out the good one
it's
yet.
It's gonna be old legacy if you do it. You're
but I'm gonna put them on subscription, monthly recurring revenue.
Those are huge, by the way, man. Anything subscription based is a good business model, as you know.
Yeah, because it's not like you have to run after leads every month.
Yeah, you're starting subscription based business. You're starting with income in the beginning of the month.
Yeah,
it's like having rental properties.
Oh, I was gonna tell you. I was like, hey, if I built this many websites and this many funnels, it's $30K a month recurring, blah blah blah, right? And other people are telling me, oh, you should invest in real estate and blah blah. I'm like, if you want to get $30K a month profit on recurring revenue on rental and stuff, you probably need like $30 million in real estate.
Yeah, you can't have a mortgage and rent if you want income.
Like even if you mortgage or whatever, it's still like you're gonna profit $500 to like $1,500
bucks, $2,000.
You would have to have the property's $1 million bucks. 30 million cash in property.
For all those Instagrammers that go, oh, property is the way to build wealth. It long term, but short term is like you're better off having a business where you could
build like 100 to 200 websites and then have an ad thing for them every month and then just do the recurring.
30K income a month from your, say, digital marketing business, websites, whatever.
Yeah.
30 customers at $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
Out of this
or you could even go lower and less work.
Yeah.
And
okay. Say have 100 customers.
Yeah. Have it where like the CRM is linked up to their ads. It will be much harder to quit.
Absolutely. I mean, if you lower if you lower the threshold of acquiring a client, you're going to acquire more clients.
Exactly. But if you have something that like work, and like let's say to a competitor, right? I would take their like entry product where they would charge and stuff, and I'm just going to give it away for free.
So what's your main focus going to be now that you're done running? You've achieved this big goal. Are you gonna do is it going to be the whole package of website development and marketing, the video and everything, or are you going to be video focused?
I mean, the video is bringing the money right now. Okay. We just come up with the website and funnels and like the other department. But that one, I just like messaged a couple people and everyone's interested. I was like, hey, it starts at $99 a month. Can't say no to that. It's like,
and your media, is it Kraken Media or Kraken?
It's just Kraken, like the octopus.
Okay. Got it.
I want to be a monopoly one day. I don't know.
Why not New Legacy Media? That sounds...
Well, after we sell Kraken Media, we can start New Legacy Media.
I love your thinking, man.
I'm already thinking that.
I'm already thinking the sell. You're thinking exit strategy. I love this.
I mean, my goal, I already did my Run Across America goal, but I want to sell Kraken for $100 million. And you just need to get to a certain amount of like monthly recurring.
What would you need to get to sell your company for $100 million? Like 20 mil, 30 mil a year?
Yes. Probably like 25, 30. Just
for exit.
Yeah. Wow. But if you think about like company with monthly recurring or value much higher than company would like, so like if Kraken was like just mainly video, it won't be value as high as like a bunch of recurring revenue on the websites and stuff, because one is hard to leave and it's faceless.
Yeah.
Like the problem with the video side is like I have to be there.
Yeah.
My team can do it without me. They've been doing it's like an oil change. We do it so many times, but the client won't give you 10K or whatever.
They need your energy.
Yeah. I feel like they tell me it's like the best therapy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, we're a media company, but they're like, no, it's like a therapy company.
Yeah. And then the podcast helps, man. It gets a different perspective out.
Yeah, because the shoots come with the podcast.
Yeah.
The podcast, they can go pretty far with the 10 to like 20 clips.
Yeah.
They get a decent amount of views.
They can chop them.
But then...
Is it a long form podcast that you do?
One long form and then a bunch of short form.
Nice. So you chop it up from?
Yes. And then... But that, like when they post their main beautiful video, those podcasts they post, it'll drag people back to their page, pin the beautiful video on the top.
Because they're tagging different stuff, different topics get brought up on the podcast versus like a video. I feel like it's almost a trailer like, this is what it is. Podcast could go in any direction and it may be good,
The halo is the trailer, but we also do the film too. Release.
So you said you were going to do a film on your run. When is that going to debut?
Probably sometime in the fall, because we really want to, like, my guys, they really want to, like, they're like, oh, we're going to make yours the best one because you're like the owner.
How long is the film going to be?
I'd say probably as long as it gets the message across, I don't know, like 10 minutes or
10
something.
minute film,
Yeah.
like a short film.
Like a short, like little short film. And then, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like,
Dude, I would put, you know what I would do? I'd get a little TV in your office or whatever, when you settle. I'd put your shoes underneath it and have that on repeat play at the entrance.
oh, I got to show you some of the, this is good, you know? Like, I'll show you after, but yeah. And we got to wrap up soon. I got like a client in 30 minutes.
Yeah, no, we're almost done, man.
Yeah.
All right, here's a final question for you. And guys, again, you could check Zoon's stuff out. We're going to link it all below.
Yeah.
His Instagram's probably the best way to get a hold of you, I would imagine. All right, Zoon.
Oh, they could, on my Instagram, like click the link in the bio if they want to get a hold of me, go through like the appointments or Kraken Media. Because I get a lot of like DMs.
Okay. And they go to spam.
It goes to spam or like whatever, like requests, whatever, and like tons of them. And then by the time I pick it up, it's like too late.
Yeah. So you want them to contact you through the links.
Yeah, it's just like faster.
Actually, that's a good point, guys. For anyone out there that has Instagram, if you have a business, give out your number. You know what I mean?
I have two phones. Like, I have two phones.
Yeah.
So,
do people ever think you deal drugs with two phones?
Yes.
Yes. This is a side business.
No, this is like when I'm doing the deals, I'm like literally doing like this, and I go like this. Look, I go like
switch
this,
it up,
and I boom boom, and I go boom boom boom. Look, someone just made an appointment right now.
Good for you.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, there you go. He just viewed.
What do you use for your appointment scheduling? Calendly or?
I use Honeybook.
Honeybook.
Yeah. It's kind of like for the video space people.
Yeah. Well, your videos are really good, man. Appreciate you coming on. Before you go, if you could go back in time, anytime in life, what advice would you give yourself?
I think I touched on this earlier, but just be a man of your word. Do what you say you're gonna do. Like even if you can't, like even if you're late, it's better than like nothing. And a lot of people I notice in the business side, a lot of people like they show a big like picture and then they're not the one to build it.
Can't afford it.
It's not they can't afford it, but it's like they don't have the work ethic and the grit.
The grit.
You know? Like entrepreneurs
You're not just talking about people flaunting. You're talking about
just like
all the motivational speakers.
No, I'm just talking about like the business in general.
Business in general.
Yeah, like I don't know what's going on in the market, but I guess on my Instagram it looks like I'm doing okay or something.
Yeah.
I got so many people begging me for money. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you let anybody borrow money before?
I would never let people borrow money. I would just give it to them and like not ask for, because I know
I always said the same thing. If you let someone borrow money, it's a gift. It's because you don't want to get it back. I've had an incident when I was younger. I let someone borrow some money. They never paid me back.
Yeah.
And so forth. It actually cost a friendship. But the point is, you give someone money, it's a gift. But people are asking you for money nowadays, which is not a good sign of the economy, I guess.
No, I mean, I'm seeing like a lot of things in the economy and, you know, whatever I could do to help. But, you know, I got to take care of my payroll, my team, you know.
Take care of the fam first.
Yeah.
So advice, do as you say as you do.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even that hard. Like, it's like, I don't say a lot of crazy things, but if I say something crazy, it will happen.
Yeah.
So I gotta watch my mouth. But
you put yourself on the map with it.
Yeah.
And then you're accountable.
Yeah. I mean, like, I never gave up on anything before.
Yeah.
So like, when I'm on the run, I was thinking about, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna give up on this. I never give up on anything in my life before.
Very good trait, man. If you don't quit,
I mean,
good things come most of the time.
And then like one of the things that Wes said, I thought to myself that was like the one profound thing. Like what if you lose, right? And blah blah. You think of that like that, and it's hard to keep going, hard to get in a good frequency space. And Wes is like always like, even if you lose, like go as even if this happened, are you still gonna do it?
You never want to regret. I mean, I always say it as well. And to your point, just try it.
Yeah.
You know,
like
you never know.
Yeah. I hope to get Wes on my podcast one of these days.
Do it. That'd be a dope one. Yeah. It's he's an interesting character. He's an interesting guy. I've seen a few of his clips. Very recently, like I mentioned, I saw someone that was on his podcast where they did a clip and they were on my podcast. The guy that was a Navy SEAL. Yeah. I was like two Watsons in one video is what they said. They were both named Watson.
He's freaking crazy. But yeah, I mean, I would say like he, you know, help us start Like,
Yeah.
because people,
Encouraged you, man. That's crazy.
yeah, and the way we met was freaking wild, you know.
That's dope, man. If you get them on, that would be a hit.
Yeah,
Would you have to do it in Florida or out here or what?
probably. We'll figure
Your
it out.
podcast idea was, I remember you came to me with it, and I was like, dude, that's pretty dope. You
Just
had-
random places.
Random places.
I mean, wherever we do the shoot.
Yeah, you did one in like the clouds or something.
We did it in the clouds.
Yeah.
We did a bunch in like Miami. We did one in the Miami Move Studio. It's mobile. It's in my kit. I could just like fly with it. You know.
Which is great because you have to have a studio like this, and you could fly with it and set it up.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's free,
Yeah.
but you have to be a client.
Free, but you have to be. That's the catch, guys. That's how we're gonna end it. You better be a client if you're gonna work with Zoom.
Everybody like talks a big game, and then I send an invoice, and they freak out, and they're like, "I was like, hey, this is the price you pay. It costs this much. We're gonna 10x
I get
it."
that. I get that all the time on here. I had some guy that's really good at YouTube, and he's like, "You'd be surprised how many people, talk this big game. I have 200,000 followers. I got 2 million followers, but when it comes down to like, hey, this is $5,000." They're like, "Oh, I can't afford it. Can you do one free? I'll pay you later."
Yeah.
This and that, or because I've had guests. I've had people that aren't even that famous that have bought their followers on Instagram, right? Or wherever.
You should never buy
Yeah,
them. It's crazy.
well, they did. I don't do that stuff. I don't care how many people follow me. But people that have bought their followers, meaning like they fake accounts follow them or whatever.
Yeah.
2 million followers and they got like 9 comments
Yeah.
on the post they make. It makes 0 sense, right?
I can't even handle like 3,000, almost like 4,000. I can't even handle that because my people, I never bought people, so they're all real.
Yeah.
They all DM me at the
message
same time.
because they relate.
It's like, I'm like, oh my god, like,
Dude, there's so many
I don't.
figures-
I feel bad like not catching up with the message.
Responding.
Yeah, but I
Can you imagine if you have 2 million real followers? It's like you probably don't want to take like Dana White.
No, you would just
can't
be
take a message.
You just be shotgunning payment links, and then
You'd
don't
have to
talk
have-
to them until they pay.
Dude, you'd have to have 10 people managing your account to respond to people. But here's the thing.
First pay, first serve.
Yeah, I've had these people like 2 million. Oh, I have 2 million followers. To come on the podcast, how much do you charge? I was like, dude, or how much do you want to give me to come on the podcast? Like, you volunteered your time to share your experience.
Yeah.
I volunteered my time to put it out.
Thank you, like for giving me this opportunity because
Yeah.
your studio is badass. I want to be in it.
You're welcome back anytime. You know that, right? Like if you do a bike across America, or if you launch your brand, or you want to just shoot the shit about something crazy, I'm always here. Doors open, man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
appreciate you.
Yeah.
It's freaking. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I have a client I got to meet right now, so I got to jet out of here. But
Zoon's a busy guy.
yeah.
There you have it. We'll link all of his info, guys, and check out some of his videos. Check out his podcast, the New Legacy podcast. He ran across America. His shoes said he'd just done it. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate you guys always tuning in. Cheers.